Welcome back to the channel. My name is a-bomb. We're back with Football Manager 2020 and the new series. It's Deal with the Devils. It's Manchester United and the series starts here. The last video was just a look at the game, opening it for the first time, having a look around, but the series starts here. An intro is on its way. I've got a bit of a creative block at the moment. I'm not very good at making intros, but I'm going to try and get one done in time for the next video, which will be out on Sunday, and hopefully it will be good and It'll just be like a 20-second intro. That's what it's going to be. Don't really need one, but I feel like I need to do an intro of some sort. But if you're new around here, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications, sharing the video out with your friends, tweeting it out, commenting, liking, all of that. Hopefully this series is a good one. Let's get into it. So it's Manchester United. The premise is that Solskjaer was never given that 3-year contract, so he would manage up until the end of the 18-19 season, and then that was it. He wouldn't join. He'd go back to Boulder, I guess. But I guess in this, he doesn't have a job now. So I've been brought in to steady the good ship Man United. I say good ship. I'm a Liverpool fan. United's not exactly good for me. But anyway, today we are going to have a good look at our squad and see who we have where, who the game sort of rates highly and who it doesn't rate so highly. And see what sort of areas we need to improve. And we have 100 million in the transfer budget, and we have £300,000 a week on wage budget to spend. So we can move that around a little bit and see what sort of players we can bring in. Well, we need players. And today we will be playing a match for the first time in the game as well. The under-23 friendly, I gave that to assistant manager Mike Phelan. But for the young boys match, we're going to take charge and have a look at the match engine for the first time. So that's the rundown for today. Next episode will be the start of the Premier League season. I'll go through transfers and we'll have our first game of the season, who is against Bournemouth, an away game. So that will be next episode. We'll have our first competitive match of the season. We'll have Europa League games along the way as well. So this is the Manchester United squad. Now I'm going to get some custom squad views up for next time. Just try and get as many things as I can in here. So let's have a look at the team then. So this is every first team player that's in here. You've got the under-23s and the under-18s there as well. But this is everyone that is in the senior Man United squad. So we'll start with the three goalkeepers. With Sergio Romero, 32 years old, second choice goalkeeper. 3-star current ability, 3-star potential. He's spirited and he's experienced. Looks like a capable goalkeeper, and I'm sure he'll be fine if something does happen to the first choice goalkeeper, David De Gea. Lee Grant is here, 36 years old. It's third choice, isn't he? Third choice goalkeeper. I don't know why he's here. It's like Manning signing for Liverpool because he was like 39 or something. He was potentially going to be a coach, but ended up actually getting a contract. But we do have David De Gea, the first choice goalkeeper. He's 4-star. He's got 4-star potential as well, so he's a very, very good goalkeeper. He's got a mistake in him. Everyone does. He's 28 years old. He's valued at £54 million, $350,000 a week. He's got 4 years left on this deal. So unless we get a ridiculous offer, he's not going anywhere. So moving into the defence then, we've got Phil Jones, 3 stars, 27 years old. I've used him previously in FM. I think I had him for Everton for a season or maybe half a season. He didn't look that bad. I don't know what he's going to be like on this. Like in real life, Phil Jones is a bit of a meme, isn't he? Just like, you know, the pulling faces and all that. And yeah, he's just a bit of a meme, isn't he? The game doesn't rank him that badly. There's a couple of 10s in there for the composure and the concentration, but apart from that, he looks okay. Harry Maguire, of course, the now most expensive defender in the world. He's overtaken Virgil van Dijk, £80 million from Leicester. And yeah, he is a bit on the slow side. I mean, not all centre-backs are going to be pacey, but he's good in the air. He's 194. I need to change that to feet and inches at some point. I prefer feet to centimetres, so I'll change that. But yeah, mentally he looks good. Physically, like I said, a bit slow, but very strong. We've got Axel Tuanzebe, who spent last season on loan at Aston Villa, I think. He actually doesn't look that bad in this game. Like 3-star, like Tuanzebe at 3-star. I don't think it's generous, but I would have said like 2.5-star maybe. Lots of yellow attributes, nothing green, but I say with some work it could be okay. He's 21, so it could be sort of a decent like backup option. He's a squad player here, it says. So they've changed it from being like first choice, rotation, backup. He's a squad player. Chris Smalling is out on loan at Roma this season. I don't know what's going to happen when he comes back. He's going to be 30 when he comes back. So it might be worth trying to get some cash for him. Eric Bailly has a little bit of potential in him. A 3.5-star potential. The Ivorian centre-back. Only been at United for, well, a few seasons actually. 32 million from Villarreal. Been a bit of an injury-prone player, isn't he? He's never really had a solid run as a starter in the team. But he looks very good physically. He's very aggressive. Tackling is very good. He's strong. He's pretty good in the air. I do need to change that height to feet and inches. I've got to do that now. It's bugging me. Victor Lindelof is also another good option at centre-back. 3.5-star current ability. Light-hearted centre-back. A little bit of green in there. Anticipation. He's determined. He's very fit. He's got good stamina. So I think the back line is actually okay. I think it's going forward that we need a bit of extra oomph. Because we have loads of centre-backs. Marcos Rojo here as well, 29 years old. Only thing I remember at him is that he doesn't know how to cook toast. But again, he's very aggressive, good tackling, physicals are okay. Like yellow's decent for this level, I think. You need some green in some places, I think, but having mainly yellow is not too bad. He is wanted by, was that Everton Milan? Everton Milan for loan moves. And when we have... What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 centre-backs at the club. Do we need 6, really? We're going to cash in on one of these. And if it's going to be anyone, it's probably going to be Rojo if he goes out on loan. But we could try and sell him outright. Going into the fullback areas, we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. Of course, he's made his move from Crystal Palace this season. £45 million. Crystal Palace, he was... one of their very best players last season, like the amount of tackles he won and how much he got forward. He was very, very good. He's like another Alexander-Arnold, and him and Trent and Wan-Bissaka are the future of England right backs. Like they are gonna be playing for England for probably 10 years, and hopefully there'll be some trophies in there somewhere for England. But Wan-Bissaka, he's got a bit of pace about him, 15 pace, tackling of 18. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, so similar level to Tuanzebe. That's what I mean. I don't think Tuanzebe is quite at that level yet. I mean, I haven't seen a great deal of him, but I think they've ranked him quite generously here. Wan-Bissaka, I think that's about right. He's definitely got a big future ahead of him, a huge future. Also at right back, we have Diogo Dalot, the Portuguese defender, who's come from Porto, £19.5 million. I think with Wan-Bissaka coming in, he has kind of taken a back seat now. He's played 16 games last season, and he's not quite ranked as highly, but he has got 5-star potential. So we've got two very promising right backs at Man United. No need to change that at all. There's no green in here, so I think Dalot has still got a little bit of work to do. Moving to left back, we've got Luke Shaw, 23. Again, a player that's had a injury-ridden career. Broke his leg a few years ago. I remember seeing that in the pub, and that was gruesome to watch. 29 appearances last season, got the 1 goal, because Mourinho did not rate him very highly at all, did he? But under Solskjaer, he seems to be doing a bit better, but then Ashley Young's playing at wing-back, isn't he? But Shaw still got his pace. I'm surprised he still has that after the injuries he's had in his leg break. 16 pace and acceleration. Still very, very good. Ashley Young is listed as a left midfielder, but he can play as a wing back. He can play further up. I mean, he's 33. How is he still at this club? I know he's the captain, but how is he still at this club? He's been here since 2011, moving from Villa. He was at Watford previously as well. I don't see a need to sell him. I think we'll keep him around for the last year of his deal and then let him go on a free. Into central midfield we go. We've got Fred, the 26-year-old Brazilian, 17 appearances last season, £40 million from Shakhtar. Hasn't really impressed, has he? He's agile, was the only green he's got. He's got technique as well. 120 grand a week he's on. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at with Fred. It just doesn't seem to be coming together, and I'm not sure what that's about. Nemanja Matic, 30, Serbian. He is transfer listed, so I think a defensive midfielder is going to be something we need. I think in terms of a formation, I'm thinking like a 4-1-4-1 sort of formation. Now, Matic is going to be one of the players to leave, I think, because he's been here again for a few years. He had a couple of spells at Chelsea. I mean, he's decent in the air. He's 6'4". He's got good tackling. We've seen some of his long shots as well. That cut match for Chelsea he scored against Spurs, that was an incredible goal. But he works well in a team. He's got good jumping reach. He's strong. He's balanced. He's got some good attributes. But, I mean, if we can get like 15-20 million for him, I think we've got to try and cash in. He's wanted by Guangzhou. They're going to pay over the odds for him, definitely, if he's going to China. That could be a very good option. Leicester also want him, and Milan want him on loan. So Matic, I think another player we're going to try and cash in on. Scott McTominay, a player that's got a bright future ahead of him. He's been probably United's best player so far this season in a team that is not doing very well. McTominay has been one of the few sort of silver linings. I'm a fan of McTominay. There's few United players that I actually like and admire, but Scott McTominay is definitely one of them. Paul Pogba, of course, he was a previous record signing, £86 million from Zebre. Oh, name fixes. It's Juventus. But yeah, Pogba, he's going to play. It's Paul Pogba. He has to play. 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He's a world-class midfielder. Pogba is going to be key to this team. We have to build this team around Paul Pogba. You just have to. Andreas Pereira here as well. Again, it's a player that I've not been too impressed with. He's shown signs this season of being a potential good player. But for me, I just don't see it. He's valued at 26 million. Again, I think we can try and move this guy on. I don't really think I'll be playing him. Moving into the sort of attacking midfield options now, Juan Mata. Again, a player that I don't think I'd be using too often. He's been here since 2013. He had that 3-season spell with Chelsea. I used to really, really like Mata. And then now, at 31, I think... I don't know, he's getting on a bit now, isn't he? It's time to move him on. £21.5 million. We can try and get some money for him as well. Physically, he's really declined. Look at that. No pace anymore. 9 pace, 8 strength. Mata's someone else that I think might have to move on. Everyone talks about the potential of Jesse Lingard. He's 26. He should be playing at the top of his game right now. And he just isn't. He just isn't doing that. Like, how many goals and assists has he got recently? He got 4 goals last season. Again, it's a player that I just don't rate. Like, his natural fitness is good. His stamina is good. He's good off the ball. He's determined. He's got a good work rate. It just doesn't really amount to anything, does it? And he's 31 million. There's no interest in him, but if that interest does come about, Lingard could be going as well. Daniel James, though, is a player that I do rate. He's very quick. He's 5'6". He's just a little rocket, isn't he? At the same time, he's just a conniving little so-and-so, isn't he? I don't know. I think given the right tutelage, I think tutoring and mentoring is going to be something we're going to do with James, is just try and get him under the wing of someone else, maybe young. Maybe get him under the wing of Ashley Young, because he's a very professional player. And just see what we can get out of him, because I do like Daniel James. Again, speaking about potential, Mason Greenwood has basically become second choice striker this season behind Rashford, isn't he? Especially with Martial being absent recently. But he's since come back. But Greenwood has definitely been given some first team opportunities by Man United. And he's only 17 as well. So this is a player that does have a lot of potential. He's very determined to try and realise that potential. He's got 16 flair. His finishing is good. He's quick. Greenwood is, he's going to need some games, definitely. Marcus Rashford, the England forward / inside forward. That's the thing, United don't really have an out-and-out striker anymore. Now they've sold Lukaku. I don't know why they did that. But Rashford is a player that sort of works well out wide. He can work well up top as well. And it's a player that Man United have put an awful lot of weight on. So I think we need to maybe leave him out wide and buy a proper striker. That's what we're going to do, I think. But he's very determined. His flair's good. His work rate's good. He's pacey. Rashford's going to stay out wide. We're going to buy a proper striker. And last but not least, Anthony Martial, who plays in the same place as Rashford. So for the time being, he can work as a striker, like a false 9 forward maybe. 19 dribbling. His penalties are good. United have already missed 4 penalties this season as a recording this. So penalties is going to be something that's going to need improving. But yes, penalties are good. Technique's good. Flair at 19. Again, pacey. So top of the under 23s potential is Tahith Chong, the Dutch wide player. Also here we've got Angel Gomez, the 18-year-old midfielder. Again, a wide player with a lot of potential. And also we've got Dylan Levitt. We've got Primal. There's Dean Henderson. Of course, he's on loan at Sheffield United this year. In the under 18s, we have Hannibal Mejbri, a 16-year-old midfielder, central attacking midfielder. He's French. Has he come through? No, he's come from Monaco for £9 million. So he's the best player in this squad. I've also got Noam Emran, a 16-year-old winger. So what I'm noticing is there's not a lot of potential in defence, apart from Twanzebe. There's not a lot else, and there really aren't a great deal of wonder kids or even high potential players in these lower teams. You've got Mejbri, you had a couple of players in the under 23s as well with Chong and Gomez. And that's about it. There's a lot less than I thought there was going to be, I'll tell you that much. So what I think we're going to need is definitely a defensive midfielder of a kind and definitely a out-and-out striker. That's the 2 positions that I think we absolutely need to improve. The rest of the team, I'm going to give the team a chance. Apart from, like I said, the 2 or 3 players that I'm going to try and cash in on, I'm going to try and give the rest of the guys a chance. Young's going to be here for this year before his contract runs down. We're going to try and use Wan-Bissaka. We're going to try and use Shaw. And we've got 100 million to spend to try and add to it. And a bit of wage budget in there as well. And maybe more if we cash on other players as well and make sales. We do have 100% of transfer revenue available. So any sales, we'll get all the money of that for our own transfers. But before we end the video, we are going to play a quick match against Young Boys just to have a look at the match engine and again see what we can do with this team. Alright, so this is what we're going to go before this game against Young Boys. Romero going to play in goal to try and get some match fitness up. The back four of Young, Jones, Tuanzebe and Dalot. Matic playing ahead of them. We've got Pogba and Puigdemont's going to play. Lingard, James and Martial, the front three. On the bench, Grant, Maguire, Chong, McTominay, Lindelof. So some potential in there and some first team players as well. Let's send the team out. So we're going to go for some fluid counter-attack football. That's what we're going to try and go for today. Playing cautious, shorter passing, a slightly higher tempo. We're going to run at the defence and play slightly narrow. Quick distribution, we're going to be countering and counter-pressing. Narrow defensive line, low line of engagement, getting stuck in, and more urgent pressing. Into the dressing room we go. We're just going to say we should be winning this fairly comfortably. Going to hand over to the assistant. This looks, again, largely similar. Just a bit bigger, just a lot more colourful. I'll say that much. It looks a lot more colourful. Okay. Oh, this looks a bit different to what I did last year. Okay, let's sort out my cameras and everything. Alright, so start off with this camera. Let's have a look at this. This looks very different. Like the graphics look a lot different than they used to. From last game, definitely. A lot of changes. Okay, the first highlight is a free kick for Young Boys. And it's not cleared very well. It's been a goal, but it's been disallowed. And Romero with a goal kick. Launches it high up the pitch. Here is Barla for Young Boys. And Christ. And he sent through Nsame, who's gone for goal. And that was a terrible finish. It's a throw-in for United. It's Phil Jones. And he's lost out to Ngamalu. And the ball across goal, and then Nsame has scored. It's 1-0 Young Boys. So once again we're seeing possession given away from throw-ins. That was a common theme last game. And Young Boys managed to get the goal from it. Backwards to Phil Jones. Goes long. Daniel James going to win that. He does. Can he put a cross in there? It's Pogba. Pogba hits the bar. It's cleared by Barla. Again, a lot of players behind the ball for Young Boys. We can't break him down very well. We've lost the ball again. We've lost possession. But Tuanzebe manages to recover. Lingard. Come on, put a cross in. That's all right. Was that a cross? That was a cross. That wasn't a shot, but it's gone straight to the keeper. Maya with a big switch. Look at the space on the right flank for them. Friedel, Yanko, and Samo with a header. It's another goal. It's 2-0 Young Boys. All right, we're gonna go attacking then. We're gonna go for this. We've had like 1 or 2 chances, but Young Boys. I mean, we were very narrow there. We didn't have anyone out wide, so that's a problem. Obviously not got this set up correctly. We're just trying to get fitness up at the moment, so results aren't really a factor, but we aren't doing too well here. Dalot, come on, let's get a goal in this game at the very least. We've lost the ball again. And then Nsame, he's got 2 goals already. Oh, that's too easy. That's too easy. Good save Romero though. Martial, could be a good chance to get a goal here. Dalot, put a cross in. Why aren't we crossing? We keep going into the middle. Cross. And then Samo's through again. What on earth is going on with this team? Why aren't they doing what I want? 3-0. Bloody 3-0. I know it's a friendly, but come on. How is it still only the first half? And it's 3-0. 4-0, sorry. What is this? What is this? Right, I'm changing every player at halftime. Look at the ratings. What is this? What is this? 4 shots to 17. This is shit. Martial just an advanced forward, not false 9. Puigdemont's been crap. We're going to get Pereira in there. Young's been crap. We're going to put Rojo at right back. There we go. Right, we're going to high defensive line. Standard line of engagement. Right, let's improve in the second half, please. Obviously, the tactic I've picked does not suit these players at all. This is shit. Sorry, no, but I'm not this bad at this game. This is stupid. I don't know what this is. Right, Martial has got to score this, and he does. This is not 5-1. I'm sorry, but I'm not this bad at this game. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they've done to this game, but I'm not this bad at this game that I'm losing 5-1 to Young Boys. I'm sorry, but I don't know what they've changed. And we're on key highlights. I don't know why this game is taking so long. This video is going to be like way too long. Chong's here again. Where was this in the first half? Like, we're creating stuff. We're getting crosses off. We're playing wide. Where was this? Corner kick. It's come out to Chong. Has a go. And it's a free kick for Young Boys. Like, I'm not enjoying it because I'm losing 5-1. So I can't really judge the game on that. Like, the match engine, like, it looks different. Like, graphically, it looks different. I don't know what it is. Dalot's won the ball there. Here's Chong. This is already way better. Oh, he's hit the woodwork and Martial's there, but he's offside. 85 minutes played now. We're coming into the end. It's Chong. It's a cross. It's not a great one. It's dealt with pretty well by young boys. Pogba has a go. Oh, again, it's saved. Go on. Go for it yourself, mate. Good save again. Like, we've lost because I just got the tactic and the team completely diabolically wrong. The second half has been 10 times better. So I just picked a tactic and went with it and didn't even really think about it. So that obviously has not worked, whatever we tried. Well, it's ended 5-1. Like, clearly I got the team completely wrong there. That was shit. But that's the match engine for you. Wow. I mean, you definitely got your fair share of goals, but I don't know what that was. That was ridiculous. Like, okay, the tactic's clearly shit. They're not familiar with it, so we lost 5-1, but that was just dreadful. What on earth was that? That match took forever. Why did it take so long? But anyway, that was the match engine. I'm going to end it here because I've been recording for way too long. I don't know how I'm going to make this into a video. I've got absolutely no idea. I took ages looking at the squad, but that's what we did. We looked at the squad. So that's going to be the main part of it, and then I'll add some highlights in, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when there's them up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. Next time, we're going to have the first Premier League game of the season. Hopefully by then, we'll have a better tactic sorted out, and I know what to work with. But the match engine, it definitely looks different. I don't know what it is about it, but it's going to take some getting used to, definitely. I'll try and play around with some settings. Like, 3D graphics quality is at low. I don't know why it's at low. I've got a better PC for that. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.